What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, check this out, guys. I wanted to have this conversation with you guys about a casual gamer and a casual gamer being able to express his opinion on stuff, right? Now, as you see from the title, I titled it "Casual Gamers Shouldn't Speak," right? And I identify myself as a casual gamer. I really do. I don't feel bad about being a casual gamer, but I feel bad if I come across like I'm trying to pretend that I'm not a casual gamer. Does that make sense? So if I've ever said that I'm a hardcore gamer or I'm like a gamer, that's really my bad, because I'm not. Now, when I mentioned that I played on the PS3 and I played on the PS4, I did play on the PS3 and I did play on the PS4. That was my main two consoles the last two generations. Did I get to play as much as I liked? No, not even close. Now this generation, I have a lot more time to play. Thank God, I'm in a good situation. Financially, I'm in a great situation. And I'm enjoying gaming more than I have in a long time. With that being said, I understand the frustration in my comment sections and rebuttal videos that I get, and when I hop on podcasts. I understand the frustration from the actual gamers that this is their passion. This is what they do. There are levels to this. And once I started making YouTube videos about gaming and I started seeing oh no, there's people that are really out here playing video games. It's not just an outlet, when they come home from work, or this is their thing. They do this, right? And yeah, I'm not huge on chasing, trophies or achievements or anything, but we can see that and view that as at least some form of activity of gameplay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? At least some form of that. Shout out to my dude TK9. He showed how achievements don't always tell a full story, because some games it's easier to get achievements versus others. I don't know if Sony's the same way, if some games are easier to get trophies over others or whatever. But regardless, you can look at someone's gamer score or whatever and get a slight idea as to whether or not they're a gamer or not. So when you have someone that considers themselves a real gamer, and then they see someone like me talking about gaming, and I'm self-admittedly that I'm a casual gamer, I understand the frustration. I really do. So I understand why my opinion frustrates you and why you probably don't want me to speak on gaming, because, you're not a gamer, right? That's like you're saying, you're not a gamer, okay? This is the only thing I want you to think about. I understand what you're saying, but this is the only thing I want you to think about. MM2K got this right. Shout out to MM2K. MM2K is the person that got me connected with Google Stadia. Now, here's the deal. If you are a hardcore gamer, this is an opinion, of course, you should be open to many platforms of gaming. I'm just saying, you should be open to many platforms of gaming. You should try many platforms of gaming, right? Just to see if it's for you or not. Because you never know, you might actually like it. Now, if you try it and it's not for you, then okay, it's not for you. But again, this is my opinion. Now, MM2K did something very interesting. He saw a video of mine where I was clearly a novice, and I clearly didn't know what I was talking about when I was talking about cloud gaming and how the technology still wasn't here. And instead of him bashing me, he decided to throw a challenge at me. And he asked me to just go ahead and give Stadia a try for, what he said, 2 months, 60 days. Just give it a try, Doc. I gave it a try, and I realized how ignorant I was to the fact as to what Google Stadia is. I then proceeded to make videos as to how I was upset that, and I still am, I don't think Google Stadia Google fully promotes that well. I don't think they fully promote what Stadia is very well. So I proceeded to explain that in a few videos. And again, MM2K, yo, shout out to you, dog, genius. He understood and he kept saying that this is the market, I'm pointing at the casual gamer, that these companies also have to care about. Obviously, they care about their hardcore fans and their hardcore gamers, right? But believe it, but trust me, Sony knows and Microsoft knows, same thing like Nintendo knows, that they have a group of fans that are such hardcore to their platform that they could almost virtually do no wrong. They're not worried about grabbing those fans. They're worried about retaining those fans. So if you're a Sony fan, a hardcore gamer, if you're a hardcore gamer and Sony's your platform, Sony just has to retain you, right? And to retain you, they might not need to do much because they've already proven themselves, the track record, all this other stuff, right? They have to do something to gain and grab that casual gamer, okay? Microsoft has to do the same thing, right? The PS4 was such an amazing system and got so much good publicity towards the end and all these games and everything that the PS5 was bound to sell well. PS5 is sold well just based on its name, you know what I mean? Just based on its brand, right? Microsoft had to do something to look more enticing to the casual gamer. They have their hardcore gamers that are gonna stick with them no matter what. Then you have the casual gamers, right? So for someone like me, that I consider myself a casual, when I'm giving my experiences on the Xbox Series X, I can't really give my experience on the PS5 because I don't have a PS5. What I'm talking about is from the perspective of a casual gamer, is how many games I have to play, how amazed I am at the technology, how easy it is for me to use the interface. Just again, from my perspective, just from my point of view. And if you're a hardcore gamer and you want to dismiss the casual gamer's point of view, I get it, I understand, but there has to be some type of balance in there. Because eventually, if I keep going at the same rate that I'm going, obviously, unless you stop, I'll never catch up to you, right? But eventually, I'll reach a status where I will be considered a gamer. Then I'll be considered a dedicated gamer. Then I might even reach the status of hardcore gamer. Who knows, right? But before I get to that, first I have to be a casual gamer. I have to be a casual fan, and that's who these companies need to grab. So when I'm looking at both the PS5 and I'm looking at the Xbox Series X from a casual perspective, I can see the benefits to both systems. But as a casual gamer, that backwards compatibility really matters a lot. It really matters a lot. It's not something that can just get dismissed. And for me, I think it's interesting how this system here, the Xbox Series X, is still difficult to get. It's still in the running. It's still being talked about, even though, quote unquote, it has no games for the hardcore gamer. The hardcore gamer probably doesn't have any games to play on the Xbox Series X. But for all of us that are casuals, or maybe we want to be hardcore, but we're just not, we just don't have the time to do it or whatever, or we didn't have the time to do it, there's a lot of benefits to the Xbox Series X. However, I understand why I shouldn't discredit the PS5 or talk trash about the PS5 when I'm not at that level. So I get it. I understand your frustration. I understand Microsoft's frustration with me, Microsoft fans, when I talk about tools and how the Xbox Series X doesn't have all these tools and everything like that. But all I want you guys to do is just understand that I'm coming from this perspective. So when I make a video saying that I don't care why something runs better on the Xbox Series X versus the PS5, That's just me being honest. I don't care why it runs better. I'm just glad that I got the machine that runs that particular backwards compatibility game better. And in the future, because I bought this machine believing that it was going to be the more powerful machine, I want my money to give me what I want Microsoft to give me what I paid for. So yes, I want these games to run better on my Xbox Series X versus the PS5. But if they don't, I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call them out. It doesn't matter the explanation. Even as a casual game, I'm going to call them out because my money wasn't casual. I still paid $500 for it. I paid the exact same amount of money that a hardcore gamer paid for the Xbox Series X. So it is what it is. So I just wanted to make this video because I understand that casual gamers shouldn't speak about gaming. So this is to all the hardcore gamers out there. I understand there's levels to this. I admit I am not on your level, okay? However, I'm going to continue making these videos. I'm going to continue speaking about my experiences from my level, understanding that there's people at a higher level than me and that there's people at a lower level than me, that they might want all this information or it just might be somewhat entertaining to them. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and continue playing my old games because I'm having fun playing old games, and that's really all that matters, right? As long as you're having fun playing games. So we'll leave it at that, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Should everyone have an opinion on gaming, or should it only be the hardcore people? I'm curious to see. Dark 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.